They're part of the fabric of people's daily lives, and their own families think they're monsters. And I quote, "I think she's a monster," said Laura Ingraham's brother, Curtis Ingraham. "She's very smart, she's well-spoken, but her emotional heart is just kind of dead." End quote. Ugh, I'm so into her. She's gonna be the Chrissy Teigen of my John Legend, baby. But mommy issues run deep at Fox, not just with Jesse Waters, who has a whole segment about how he brings his mom into existential despair every time he's on television.
When you are good, you are so very, very good. And when there is a performance like last night's, I become so distraught that you have moved ever closer to that imaginary line that cannot be crossed. Next one.
My own mother thinks I'm dead inside and a complete shell of a human being. Hilarious. Nobody suffers more from crippling mommy issues than Tucker. My mother regrets having a cervix Carlson, who was such a shit kid that his mom left him at 6 years old to live a bohemian lifestyle in France. We know what bohemian lifestyle means, right? It's white person talk for banging minorities and smoking cannabis in France, which I'm totally jealous. That sounds way better than being Tucker Carlson's mom. So you see, Tucker is just extremely broken. He needs a hug because his mom abandoned him at a young age, and Tucker sublimated that feeling into hatred for the other. See, he's just a little boy who takes it out of minorities because his mother left him to make love to many beautiful brown and black men in France. That's all it is. So let's just chill and go easy on Tucker Carlson, who is racist because his mom totally fucked Mandingo in France. Here's the thing. Liberals will give the stand-up comedian who made that joke more shit than Tucker Carlson or society that perpetuates systemic racism, even though Tucker Carlson regularly says shit like this.
Instead, our leaders demand that you shut up and accept this. We have a moral obligation to admit the world's poor, they tell us, even if it makes our own country poorer and dirtier and more divided.
Your speech says, look, our civilization is superior, and we need to defend it. What's wrong with saying that?
There are still lessons to draw from 9/11, ones that we shouldn't forget. There's this one maybe first among them. Not all cultures are the same. Not all cultures are equal.
Iraq is a crappy place filled with a bunch of, semi-literate primitive monkeys.
I mean, that's why CNN and MSNBC aren't relevant. We just get liberals so self-righteous about stuff like jokes they can feel good about themselves while there's still brown kids in cages. So honestly, we don't need MSNBC or CNN. We can fill liberals with a vague sense of guilt that doesn't coalesce in meaningful action and get them to do shit like this.
Betsy, who would have thought that the cancel culture would come for the Golden Girls? Well, it has.
Well, the episode stems from other distributors, of course, pulling scenes where characters were in blackface. But in this episode, the two were wearing mud masks.
A mud mask has nothing to do with blackface, but that's what we do in hell. We make everything political. Watch, liberals will quit wearing mud masks altogether, and conservatives will start wearing them for Halloween. It's no coincidence that white supremacists love Tucker Carlson, like bronies love Secretariat, and bronies do love Secretariat.
You bought Princess Celestia. I saw it earlier in the store. Sorry. This is amazing. It's really expensive.
A friend of mine gave me the means to getting her.
Really? That's so great. You must be really happy with it.
Oh, there are no words.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Where are you gonna?
She is awesome.
Where are you gonna put her?
She's gonna go where the highest place of honor. All my plushies go. Only the special ones go on my bed. She gets to stay there, and then when I come home from work, she'll be there smiling to greet me each day.
Wow.
I mean, that's all white supremacist is. Incel bronies for race theory, which is why Fox defends them. These motherfuckers are the inbred loser children of Fox America. That's why they need the torches, so they have a clear view of them impregnating their sisters. Yeah. And he's got the highest rated show in the history of cable news. I mean, if Tucker's not their daddy, he sure as shit is their sissy uncle who likes to be pegged. He believes in racial and theological superiority, radicalizes people to those thoughts, and supports militias, including armed children roaming the streets.
Last night, 3 people were shot on the streets of Kenosha, Wisconsin. 2 of them have died. Police say they've charged a 17-year-old with murder. How shocked are we that 17-year-olds with rifles decided they had to maintain order when no one else would?
He's Taliban meets one of those weird Kimmy Schmidt cults in Utah, which he actually defends, by the way. Yeah, that's not an exaggeration. The highest rated host in cable news thinks forcing the marriage of children to adults isn't rape. But hey, take it in his own words.
Warren Jeffs didn't marry underage girls.
No, he's in prison for facilitation of child rape.
Whatever the hell that means.
Yeah, it gets worse.
The rapist in this case has made a lifelong commitment to live and take care of the person. So it is a little different. I mean, let's just be honest about it.
The rapist in this case has made a lifelong commitment to love and take care of the person?
So here's Trixie, and she wants to explore my body a little bit. So, hey, let's go crazy. Wow.
That if it weren't my daughter,
That's
I'd
one
applaud
theory.
that
Well, I mean,
scenario,
it's
but I just can't, and I just think that's pretty unlikely.
Can you tell him, as outlandish as that is, how old is your daughter?
14.
Bubba the Love Sponge, that's a real person, called Tucker's comments twisted and demented. This is the same Bubba the Love Sponge who was arrested for castrating a pig live on air and was sued for holding a woman down also on air while telling another woman to penetrate her with a dildo. And he thinks Tucker Carlson is twisted and demented. That's like if Tucker Carlson was hanging out with Charles Manson, told a racist joke, and Charles Manson was like, hey Tucker, hit this joint and chill out. What you just said was pretty insane and racist. And this is coming from a guy with a swastika for a unibrow. Dismiss Tucker if you want, but this is the highest rated show in the history of Fox, the most powerful show in America, and he's being floated as a possible frontrunner for the 2024 GOP nomination. He's arguably the most influential person on television.